Hello. This is me, Mum. This is why I've had my glasses on all this time. To cover this monstrosity. But yes, just to say, this is the introduction of our après trek video. Post-trek video thing. And Hannah will go on to say something.
So we last left you on top of a mountain with Sonia. That was halfway through our day one of trek. And we finished that, and we arrived in a village called Benito Juarez, and set up camp on a kind of slopey, rocky thing. And there was a huge thunderstorm in the evening, so we had to relocate our meeting to the eco-tourist office, which was just down the hill. And we had rice and veg for tea, and the thunder was the loudest we'd ever heard.
Just to confuse us even more, there's a time difference between where we were in Mexico City, which all of us changed our clocks, except Alex, who then woke us up at 5 o'clock in the morning instead of 6. Though some people like me didn't wake up till the really loud donkey went off at 10 past 6. Well, started making whatever noise it does. We then got up and did the whole normal porridge thing, packing away the wet tents, and set off on our trek.
Day 2 of trekking, we were all a bit apprehensive. We'd been walking for about 2 hours, so we asked Alex how far we got. He said we'd only got a quarter of the way. We were all extremely upset. But then
quite excited.
Someone had the bright idea of asking the guide how far we'd got. And by the time we sat down to lunch, he told us we'd actually done 3/4 of the way. So we concluded that Alex is a big liar. So we were all really excited, and we got to the trout farm by about, was it half one?
Yeah.
We got to the trout farm by 1:30, got all our tents up, ready for another rainstorm.
Yeah, there were some nice dogs at the trout farm as well. There were 3, which were, a bit, but they were nice. And yeah, the trout farm was lovely. It was quite small, and they, I think they caught the trout and put them in and that sort of thing. Anyway, we were all right. We managed to put the tents up in the dry, but then it started to rain really hard. But they had like a shelter, so we played cards and then we played cheat, as opposed to the rude version of that name, because apparently we can't swear. In front of Alex. Yeah, because that's just, at 18 we don't know any swear words at all. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. Yeah, and then we had a lovely meal of trout. They had caught us all each like a whole trout, and they cooked it in like foil, and that was really lovely. And I'm just trying to
with
think.
the head and the tail and,
And
the
the head,
spine.
but there was also poisonous mushrooms that we all tried and survived. They were bright orange, and we all tried them.
Aren't the poisonous ones?
Yeah, but before they looked poisonous. And so yeah, we'd had those, and then we all went to bed. Oh yes, in the loo. There was a loo that actually smelled like a chicken hut, and there was like sawdust that you had to put down it. It was the weirdest thing ever. It was really strange.
Holes for your number 1 and number 2.
And then we woke up in the morning and we did the whole porridge shebang again. And Mrs. Double was just brushing her teeth, just sort of on the veranda style. And she's like, there's a trout on the grass. And the grass was like underwater. So I sort of went to try and save the trout, and I picked it up and it slipped out of my hands. And then Georgia came across and tried to pick it up and it slipped out of her hands. Then I tried to sort of push it with my boot, which seemed a bit cruel. And then I picked it up and just threw it in the trout pond. But now we're officially trout savers. And then after the whole porridge, which people are starting to get sick of, we sort of left. Well, we're all sick of. We left for our final day trekking.
Our final day trekking.
Thanks.
Oh yes. So we just set off, and just
yards.
like 10 yards out of the trout farm, Cat just fell over. She just collapsed. And then we had to cross like this flowing water, and she tossed with gay abandon her tissues into the water.
I fell again.
Apart from that, there was little other fallings, and we had good trek up to lunch, and then I think after lunch people found it was getting harder because we had lots of hills and everyone was like had filled tuna bellies, which didn't make it easier. But we arrived, and that was good.
Okay, so then we arrived here in, where is it again? La Chatao. At about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
Which is really lovely here.
Yeah, it's really lovely here, yeah. And there's actual toilets, not just a hole in the ground. I'm not actually being filmed here. It's quite
The
hilarious.
toilets are beautiful.
He's just doing a little.
Yeah, they are quite
They're
nice.
like being in a jail
tiled
because they
really
make a really
nicely.
clangy sound when you
That's
close
true.
the door.
Yeah, so we're here. So then we decided to break into our supply of bean feast, which was provided to us by World Challenge. So we had bolognese bean feast last night, which was interesting to cook, I do believe. I didn't actually cook it, but I do believe people who were working it had fun. Yeah, so we had that, and then it started to rain again, so we legged it into a hut, or well, kind of a, I don't know what that place is.
School.
It's like a house,
school, is
isn't
it?
It's like a proper building.
It's a building, whatever, it's a room. So we legged it into there and had our meeting in there, and then we all went off to bed. And then we woke up this morning with covered in clouds, and had some nice yogurt and bread for breakfast.
Thank you for watching the video. Keep up the comments because we really love hearing them, and watch out for the next blog video thingy.
When we've had a shower.
Yeah, when we've had a shower.